Royalty. French royalty. 18th century French royalty. I hope by now you know where I'm going with this. And if you guess anybody named Louis, then you're very wrong.
I am talking about France's most interesting queen, Marie Antoinette, and my was she interesting. It could be argued that this incredible, giddy, and whimsical young girl caused the French Revolution. Now, I don't believe that, but what I do believe is Marie is a character worth talking about. After all, how did the youngest of 15 archdukes and duchesses become Queen of France? More importantly, how did her journey to become queen affect her and those around her? Before we can take a look at Queen Marie Antoinette, we must first understand the Archduchess Marie Antoinette.
Marie's parents were Emperor Francis Stephen and Empress Maria Theresa of Austria.
They were too focused on their country and their eldest children to pay much attention to her. Marie, along with her other siblings, grew jealous of her sister Christine, her mother's favorite and the only child allowed to marry for love. The sibling she was closest to was her sister, who was closer to her in age, Maria Caroline. The two was inseparable, almost as if twins. Marie was a fun-loving child. She excelled at dancing, embroidery, and even learned to play the harp. Unfortunately, at 13, she couldn't read or write well, and her knowledge of history was not satisfactory. To make matters worse, her French was not fluent. This became a problem with her sister Marie Josephine died of smallpox, and her other sister Marie Elizabeth got scarred by disease. Marie was the only daughter left available to wed the French heir. Originally, Maria Theresa had planned for her daughter Charlotte to wed the French heir, but after Charlotte was sent to marry the King of Naples, Marie Antoinette became the only daughter available. To improve her education, the Empress got her a tutor, and she soon became fluent in the language of French. Now, the only thing left to improve was her looks.
To Maria Theresa's critical eye, the child's appearance was not satisfactory.
Her crooked teeth, hatchet lip, flat chest, and high forehead were the key factors that the Empress was determined to fix in order to make her daughter a queen. And all that hard work paid off. When Marie was first introduced to French King Louis XV, he adored the child. It did help that she found herself at his feet in an act of submission, a value that Maria Theresa installed in Marie at a very young age. But all of this is basic information, stuff you can find off of Google. What I want to know is, who is Marie Antoinette? Let's indulge in that. Marie was in all a very kind child. Her mother taught her to play with the common children when she was little, and because of this, she is kind to almost everyone she meets. It is my belief that Marie just wanted to be remembered, and it's because of that she gave as much as she could. She provided her wet nurse with an immense amount of gold and never hesitated to receive gifts for her friends. She was trying to make up for the lack of companionship she had in her childhood. When her sister Caroline was shipped off to be married, she felt very alone. That is because of this, her later friendships as queen was very important to her. For example, she strove to protect her favorite Princess de Lamballe as much as she could. She was kind and innocent and sweet, and she won over the hearts of everybody, whether it was her father-in-law or the entire nation of France, despite her Austrian heritage. The most well-known issue in Marie Antoinette's life was the lack of intimacy between her and her husband. It was no secret that Louis was a shy young man. It's because of this and possibly medical issues that he never acted upon his marriage in the bedroom. The lack of intimacy between the couple sent a wave of panic throughout the royal family. Maria Theresa May's issue was that until the marriage was consummated, Marie Antoinette's place as queen was not permanent. Through the great efforts of Marie Antoinette, the couple obviously grew closer, but the growing impatience for them to produce a son was livid. The situation was worsened when the stories was printed of their inability to have children. To Marie Antoinette, the birth of each new royal child was a harsh blow. She adored children and always wanted some of her own. The marriage was not consummated until 1777.
The royal couple's first child was a disappointing girl. 2 boys and a second daughter would follow. The daughter, however, would die within the year. With the birth of a male heir, it finally seemed as if all was well.
It is my belief that what hurt Antoinette the most was disappointing people. She worked hard to gain the approval of her mother and of the people of France. Every night that she went to bed with a husband that rejected her was a harsh blow because she knew she was letting her loved ones down. By not bearing children, she was not fulfilling her duties of the wife of the King of France, and it almost destroyed her. Each time one of the French newsletters printing a story about her inability to get pregnant, she ran to her chambers in tears, disappointed in herself for not granting the people what they wanted. The final blow to Marie Antoinette was the French Revolution. The people blamed her for the financial crisis, and even though the family tried to escape, her and her husband was ultimately killed.
It's not fair that Marie's legacy is that of a queen who spent too much of France's money. She was a magnificent person who adored life. All the operas and parties and gambling sessions were her way of enjoying the sad life she was cursed with. It seems to me that in the end she was but a victim of her mother's ridicule.